With so many low-cost commission brokers around, which is the best broker to use now?
That's what we are going to find out in this video. Because in this video, we will be comparing everything. And by everything, I mean everything. Including who has the lowest trading fee, who has the best forex conversion rate, the most features, the best sign-up rewards, and so on. For the comparison, the brokers that we'll be focusing on are just low-cost brokers, meaning brokers that charge little to no fees. And they are Interactive Brokers, Weeboo, Mumu Singapore, Tiger Brokers, Usmart, SafeTrade, and TD Ameritrade. So let's start with the first comparison, fees. The fees that I'll be using are non-promotional fees. For example, new users who sign up to Tiger Brokers will get commission-free trades for up to 1 year. Or new SafeTrade users will get unlimited free trades for 3 months. That's fantastic! But obviously, we are going to trade more than 3 months or 1 year, right? That's why all the rates that I'll be using to compare are non-promotional rates.
Okay, for US stocks, Weeboo was originally planning to remove their $0 commission trades in April, but later postponed it to October. So, if we use the new rates in October, TD Ameritrade is the clear winner here, as they are still charging $0 commission trade.
Though that comes at a hidden cost, as TD Ameritrade uses payment for order flow, which means that you might be getting less favorable prices when doing your trades. So, if you don't mind that, good for you! TD Ameritrade would be the cheapest broker for US stocks. But if you mind, the next cheapest brokers would be either Interactive Brokers or SafeTrade. Let me explain. Interactive Brokers' tiered plan charges $0.0035 per share with a minimum of 35 cents per trade. Most of us would usually only buy like 1 share or 5 shares or 10 shares. In that case, the fee is only 35 cents, which is super cheap. However, if you only trade once or twice a month, SafeTrade would be the cheapest, as they give you 2 free trades every month. So it doesn't matter whether you buy 10 shares or 1,000 shares, it will always be free for the first 2 trades every month. But I also want to shout out to Mumu Singapore, which is charging a fixed 99 cents per trade. So if you are always trading a large amount like 500 shares or 1,000 shares, it will be cheaper to use them. That's because for other brokers, the more you trade, the higher the fee. But for Mumu Singapore, it will always be fixed at 99 cents. So in summary, TD Ameritrade is the cheapest broker at $0 commission trading, but not at a favorable price. Use Interactive Brokers if you trade more than 2 times a month, SafeTrade if you trade 2 times or less a month, and Mumu Singapore if you are trading a large amount of shares. Moving on, Singapore stock is a lot more straightforward. Mumu Singapore, Tiger Brokers, and SafeTrade are all charging the same 0.06% fee, minimum $1.98. So all of them are equally cheap. Meanwhile, IBKR and Usmart are charging the highest fee, depending on the trading volume. Next, Hong Kong stock is also super straightforward. Weeboo is the cheapest at just 0.03%, minimum 12 Hong Kong dollars, while IBKR charges the highest fee at 0.05%, minimum 18 Hong Kong dollars. For US option, the cheapest broker will either be Interactive Brokers or Weeboo, depending on how many contracts you are trading. IBKR charges 25 cents per contract, which is cheaper than Weeboo's 55 cents per contract. But IBKR charges a minimum of $1, while Weeboo doesn't have any minimum fee. So if you are trading just 1 contract, then Weeboo would be the cheapest. Anything more than that, IBKR would be the cheapest.
The most expensive brokers for options were originally Mumu Singapore and Tiger Brokers, as they are both charging 95 cents per contract, with around $3 minimum fee. But recently, Tiger Brokers introduced a tiered commission plan for options, which just starts at $1, and the more you trade, the cheaper it gets.
So if you are trading options, you can either use IBKR or Weeboo for the cheapest fee. Next, USD margin interest. Okay, I know most people won't be using margin to trade stocks, but just in case you do, this is for you. The cheapest broker would be Weeboo, as it is still offering a 0% margin interest for amounts less than 50k and 3.5% for amounts above that. On the other hand, TD Ameritrade is charging a super high 14% margin interest, which is super expensive.
while for Singapore margin interest, Weibo has the lowest fee at 4.2%. But since we can't buy Singapore stocks on Weibo, I'm just going to ignore Weibo here. The next cheapest broker would then be Moomoo Singapore, which charges 4.8%,
while Tiger Brokers charges the highest fee. Lastly, for Hong Kong dollar margin interest, Weibo again has the lowest margin interest, while Usmart charges the highest fee. So that was the fees comparison. As you can see, there's no one single broker that has the lowest fees for all the markets. So for the cheapest option, just use whichever broker that fits your trading style. Quick pause. As someone who uses the internet every day, it's very important that I keep my internet connection safe. That's why I'm using NordVPN. With NordVPN, I can now connect to the internet safely and securely on all of my devices. NordVPN comes with threat protection that will keep me and my loved ones safe from malware, trackers, and malicious ads. Also, with a click of a button, I can easily connect to over 5,000 NordVPN servers all over the world, allowing me to access geo-restricted contents like TV shows or websites that are blocked in certain countries. As part of the 11th birthday special deal, NordVPN is now giving a huge discount plus 4 months free when you sign up for a 2-year plan. It's always free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you want to secure your internet browsing, do try out NordVPN with my link down below. Moving on, let's compare which broker has the best currency conversion rate. Here, I'm comparing the conversion from SGD to USD and from SGD to Hong Kong dollars. The higher the number, the better it is. IBKR is the obvious winner here, while all the other brokers have very similar conversion rates. Though, for SGD to Hong Kong dollars, Usmart is giving the worst rates. I'm not sure if Usmart has the worst rates all the time or not, but I tested this out on 3 different days, and on all days, it gives me the lowest rates. Also, most of the brokers do not charge any currency conversion fees, except for IBKR, which is charging a 0.02% fee. Though, because there's a minimum of $2 fee, to make it worth it, you have to convert a minimum of 1000 SGD each time. Otherwise, if you are just converting a small amount here and there, other brokers would be cheaper instead. Finally, let's compare which broker has the most features. First, US fractional shares. All brokers are offering fractional shares for the US market, except for Moomoo Singapore and TD Ameritrade. So this is useful if you don't have much money to invest in and you can only invest in amounts like $10 or $100. Next, for Hong Kong fractional shares, only Moomoo Singapore has it, while the rest don't support it. As for option strategies, IBKR and TD Ameritrade support all kinds of option strategies like your covered call, cash covered put, credit spreads, iron condors, and stuff like that. But if you are just trading one-legged option strategies like covered call and cash covered put, it is currently supported on Moomoo Singapore, Tiger Brokers, and Usmart, while SafeTrade doesn't support any option strategies.
For Weibo, while it also supports some option strategies, it doesn't support cash covered put, but instead a covered put. The covered put is a totally different strategy from cash covered put, yeah? So just take note.
Next, idle interest. Nowadays, there are many brokers that will give you interest on your idle cash. The way they do that is by using the money to invest in something called money market funds, which is basically funds that invest in low-risk short-term debt securities. And because they are very low-risk stuff, there's seldom any losses, which makes it suitable to invest in for the short term. And the best part, if you suddenly need to invest the money into stocks, you can immediately redeem the money anytime without any delay. So that's nice. Okay, for idle interest on SGD, Weibo, Moomoo Singapore, and Tiger Brokers are all currently offering the highest yield of around 3.7%. And for USD, they are also offering the highest yield of around 4.3%. IBKR does offer some yield, but it's not that attractive. For SGD, you will only earn interest on amount that's higher than 14K, and for USD, it's for amount above 10K. Usmart is also giving some yield, but it requires you to park the cash for a minimum of 1 month to earn the interest. Otherwise, you won't earn anything, yeah. And finally, both SafeTrade and TD Ameritrade don't give interest for idle cash. Next, recurring buy. Recurring buy lets you automatically invest your money on a recurring schedule, or better known as cost average. Recurring buy is only supported on IBKR, Usmart, and SafeTrade. Let's quickly go through them. For IBKR, this feature is only available on the web portal. To use it, just go to Trade Recurring Investments, and here, you'll be able to create a recurring investment with options such as start date, end date, amount, and interval. Usmart Recurring Buy is called Smart Plan. To use it, at the stock page, click on Trade, Smart Plan, and here, you will be able to do stuff like auto-fund the account via Gyro and set the buy interval. Finally, for SafeTrade, to enable recurring buy, at the stock that you want to buy, tap on Buy, choose Recurring Buy, and here, you can select the amount and frequency. So that's recurring buy. Good for people who want to DCA automatically. Finally, sign up rewards. Almost every broker is offering sign up rewards except for IBKR and TD Ameritrade. The sign up rewards will keep changing every few months, so it will be pointless to talk about them here. But in general, Webull, Moomoo Singapore, Tiger Brokers, and Usmart are offering a ton of rewards. I'm talking like easily $50 all the way to $500. SafeTrade's sign up is not that much, but they are still giving a $40 cash credit, which is still quite a lot of money, yeah? So if you are interested to sign up to any of them, you can use the links in the description down below, yeah? And if you want to learn more, you can join my fast-growing community in Telegram, where you can ask me and other members further questions. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hopefully, you find it useful. Like, share, and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.